yeah, let me share the video in the beginning. Thank you, the recording person.
Imagine. Imagine what we want for Isaac becomes real. Imagine that we're able to stand together as we strive to achieve peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential. Imagine we're able to respond to our calling and do what we do, and provide leadership development opportunities to more young people all around the world. Imagine what could happen if we take a strong stand and partner with organizations that believe in our cause too, how powerful we could be. Imagine what would happen if we are able to make the changes we need to make Isaac sustainable and timeless. This is not just our imagination, this is our future. A future we have been shaping since IC India 2019. A future that has been built with the work of thousands of Isaacers around the world. What seems to be just our imagination now today we start calling Isaac 2025.
You're
Tony,
on mute.
Tuna, you're muted, Tony. Okay, I talk too much and then you don't know what I'm saying. So I will talk it again. So welcome everyone to join ISA 2025 in my entity session. So this is the video, all the things start from the beginning to talk about what is the starting point and also all the things we want to share with everyone here. So yeah, let me share the desktop, that'll be easier. Hold on. Yes, so cool. So talking about session objective, so this one is basic. So if you know a lot about ISO 2025, maybe it cannot meet your expectation, but I think it's really good to talk about how we can bring forward to our entity. Because right now, ISO 2025 have a clear statement, have a clear strategy and roadmap we are moving forward. So I know what's ISO 2025 purpose in the context, and I know how to bring ISO 2025 back to the planning. So these are objectives. Before objective begin, so I will let you know like how is your understanding about ISO 2025. So maybe you are like, like ancestor or really like the master bro, you know everything. So you can put the heart emoji that will know that. At least I understand what's the ambition and statement. Everything we talk about, well, even when I was LCVP, when every time we talk about roadmap or strategies, I always forget. But at least I remember what's the ambition statement behind of there. So at least I understand ISO 2025 ambition statement. Wait, at least I know where's the link. I send into delegate preparation. I know where's the link and what's the link address look like. And also at least I opened it once before. But where am I? Am I in the wrong place? So I think in the beginning, I want to do a quick check how much like the energy you have. And also I want to know how's your understanding about ISO 2025. So you can give me the emojis, or even you can let me know how is the progress, everything, or at least I know some parts of it there. So Sujit, reply me, at least ambition statement, good job. And who else? It seems I will have so many classmates here, but few people reply. Okay, some people take hard, take spell. No one get lost. At least that's a good point. I can know if you get lost, right? Then I know where you want to go. So at least this is a starting point. You can understand all the context. So cool. Most of people understand about your ambition and all the statement there. So today we're talking about furthermore about the milestone and also all the roadmap projects. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. I'm Tony. I'm the regional manager of entity development in Asia Pacific. So maybe you're curious how entity development roles look like. So it's just like MCP coach. We need to moderate and also like to that the MCP knows like how is the situation going and how to achieve the project and purpose here. So I won't have lots of touch point with all of you, but I'm willing to have talk with you. And also feel free to let me know what's your concern or what's the question in your mind. And I was MCP of ISA in Taiwan in 1920 and also MCVP OD in ISA in Taiwan 1819. So I born in Taiwan. It's a small island like near MOC and also like near South Asia and also Northeast Asia. So it's beautiful. Feel free to come here after the pandemic is over. If no, I can take you the virtual reality to seeing what the Taiwan looks like. Oh, just kidding. So yeah, let's start for the session. So all the journeys start in July 2019. So everything start in IC India in 2019. At the moment, like no one knows that we are doing a dreaming process. I was MCP there. I will be part of the movement to bring in the discussion and also bring the outputs. That's the final context you see on ISO 2025. Talking about all the progress and answer, does anyone know what is progress and answers mean in yin yang? Like you can see this icon here. It's traditional Chinese, like the really like the beautiful like the things here. Yeah, so it's called yin yang. So I don't know how much you know the progress and answers, and also what's behind of it. So anyone would like to share, you can text in the chat, or even you can raise your hand. I can pick you to know, check how's the understanding about progress and answers. Who wants to share? Everyone is looking in front of screen and really curious what is going on. And some people don't want to looking at me because he's afraid of being tagged. Yin yang, the balance of everything. Suji, good point. The balance of everything. So that's a really basic concept we have. Good job. At least I have one dedicated to, you know, like interact with me. The rest of people, I'll kick you out right now. Okay, just kidding. But anyway, so like the progress and answers, it means that like the answer is always a core. So that's the reason why in Marcus Black, like the things we need to build up in the foundation. But the progress, like organization is not only just about foundation, right? We need to grow. If we grow, and then we can do more impact and also do the things straight above. So that's the reason why I have progress. So as you can see, the ISO way is our answers, and the progress is about ISO 2025. So the reason why we also need to do the ISO way refreshment, because when we need to grow the progress, right? We need to look back about the answers, because answers always a core. If we want to progress, but the answers we didn't hold on it, we may lose our direction. But once we set out the answers, we need to look back about progress, how much we can grow, how much we can stretch furthermore. So that's a basic concept I would like to know about the ISO way and ISO 2025. So yeah, ISO 2025 at the moment in IC 2019, it built up by the 3 generations, start from AI 1819 and also AI 1920, and also all the MC representative and LCPs in 1920 generation. We gather in the IC in India, Hyderabad. It's a really beautiful place. And also we discuss what is the direction next in the future of ISO 2025. So just let me know if you join there, be part of the witness to see how ISO 2025 going and how we design the future if we don't know how tomorrow looks like. After IC, right, everyone is really looking forward how we can grow in the IC next. And then here comes another 2 touch points. First is IPLC in Cambodia. When we get in there, we are also propose the judgment and also a question about what is the answers about Isaac, how leadership we can bring back to answers, and also what is the things we are looking like. That's the reason why AI changed the movement and also change the direction. And then it comes into the IPN. After IPN 2021, here comes COVID-19. So everything's changed. Everything, all the context, all the dreaming process, we need to start from zero again, because we need to redefine what's the context we are facing in tomorrow. Lots of uncertainty we are facing. So it brings another discussion to rediscuss in the ISO 2025. How can we build an ISO career lab, develop leadership under any context? So this is also a question we are keep in my mind about how we can change Isaac if we don't know what is the current context look like and also what's our current look like. So just let go about 4 the boundaries. Maybe you feel that, okay, right now we face COVID. We cannot do exchange. We cannot do lots of things there. But these are the boundaries that stop us. But the way we are going to overcome and go through it, it just need to redefine what are the contexts we need to build up in the future. So what is truly important and how we do progress towards on it. We need to rethink the possibilities. We need to rethink the way we are doing exchange. If physical exchange is no longer, or even in the future, right? We don't know when we can open the border. We can, take a flight, grab the boarding pass and travel around. Maybe the future way of traveling may get difference. So we need to rethink about possibility, because all the way we are doing in ISAC is all about leadership. So leadership is our core. We cannot change it. But yeah, exchange, the way we are deliver leadership can change. So the way we are doing the exchange and all the possibilities about leadership opportunities, these are the way we can change, also think about it. Design an organization that empower a generation to challenge. So you are the part of the generation, part of 21, 22 generation, be part of this generation to empower the change. Even though we still have lots of uncertainties, lots of things need to moving forward. But I know you are here to take in the MC position. It's just because you are here to willing accept the challenge, accept the uncertainty, and be part of your representative of your youth, your entity youth, to see how much impact you can bring into your entity. This is Action 2095. All the contexts have possibility, all the concepts have curiosity. We can keep discussing it and also redefine all the things in the context there. So here comes the statement. I will also let you introduce about what are the statements we're having, and you can know what is the statement we're having. Yay, amazing. So yeah, I make the sound by myself. That feel really energetic. So, oh, we won't see it again. So, oh, sorry. Thank you so much for this video. Okay, I will go back, and that is the most easy way, and yeah, really naked way you can see all the context there. So yeah, as you can see, like these are the culture where I want to build out to connect to ASEAN 2025. Own the present, shape the future, and lead the change. So ASEAN 2025 lead the organization in direction of sustainability, and the leadership focus emphasize on the value of partnership. So these are three basic elements we want to emphasize about, and also the way we are doing is that we need to own the present to see what is the things we are having right now, and also to dream, to build out the future, want to build up, to think, and also to connect in the current context and connect to your generation, and from generation to generation. And then we are part of the youth to lead a change and connect to a generation 2025. So these are the culture we want to build out and connect it together. And here comes the three segment. At least you know the three segment. I won't elaborate again, but at least you need to, don't forget, empower youth leaders, building long-lasting ASEAN, and developing purposeful partnership. These are the three elements and the core we want to connect to ASEAN to achieve 2025 together. So that's the reason why we have this statement in all the context there. So yeah, I think right now we will give you some adventure time. So yeah, we all love this cartoon. If you didn't watch it, then it's fine. It didn't relate it to the session right now. But yeah, just open this link. I will copy the link and then share into here. I also share into group later. So yeah, later on, in the beginning, I will let you have an individual discovery. So we won't open the breakout to discuss with your entity yet. But I would like to invite you so to see what is the context there. So let's check the website, what we have in the ASEAN 2025 context there. So yeah, you can see this is the really, I think there's no top cash back. We can get 50 cash if you click the website. I don't know why it keeps showing there. But anyway, so like these are the 2025 hub. So you can see this context, all the video you can get there. So you can know how to deliver your national conference. So these are the vision statements. So we are building here in culture, the metrics. So major part I would like to look into first one is metrics. So these are the measurements we want to build up to build the ASEAN 2025 matters. So this is the goal we want to set up in these terms, AI 2021, and also the generation 2021. So you can check if you have any question, feel free to note it down. And also, this is a semester goal. So we already come out the goal based on the TLC goal submission from MC 2021. we have all the things here. So you can see what is the goal and how do we measure, and all the metrics are there. And also we have the roadmap 2025. So yeah, at least right now, the newest update, we have a roadmap. So if you don't know, or you know the roadmap is here, but you don't have the time to look into details, right now I open a space to look into details. So for example, build long-lasting Isaac, we have the membership evolution, finance system evolution, and empower youth leadership. We have ELD innovation, define measure leadership brand positioning, and purpose of partnership. We have market development for revenue, and the global partners management system. These are all the roadmap we want to build up in IC 2025, start from this term. So these are the roadmaps start from generation 2021. So it's also will impact to your generation right now. So since the roadmap is clear right now, and also all the things you have a context clearly right now. So later on, I would like to give you around 5 to 10 minutes time, so you can tag the question here first. So I would like to discover all the things here first. I'll start from this part. So later I will also copy and paste the link into the Telegram group. The way we are doing is like, I want you to look into, especially for the metrics and roadmap. If you have any question, you don't have the time to understand and knowing the details, this is time for you to discover all the context there. If you have any question, just type your name, your entity, your position, and also your question you want to ask, which area. So for example, is build a long-lasting Isaac, empower youth leaders, or even like build a purposeful partnership anyway. So just let me know what kind of the question you want to ask. At least you have a safe space right now, right? I don't judge you. You're stupid. You don't know everything. I don't judge you like this. But it's a safe space. At least I want you to know the detail, all the context of it. Because when we understand all the context, and then we can bring moving forward to discuss how entity can bring to the planning, how we can connect to IC 2025 together. Even you don't have commitment or have thought about how IC 2025 comes out, where it's come from, and why this is thing come out, why we have this statement, we have the roadmap. This is a space we can get more clarification and explain on it. So at least we can get more clear context, and when we stand out as a national leader to bring into your network to see what is the context and statement looking like, and then we can let the entity know, the LC know, oh, these are the direction we want to achieve, and we feel committed to achieve together. So yeah, in the beginning of the first 10 minutes, I would like to invite you to see into these all contexts, and feel free to drop any question. So yeah, I'll play 2 songs. So the second song, if you are done, you can tap down there, and then we can do the clarification first, and I will send you to the breakout to discuss with your entity how we can bring all the things forward. So yeah, we can pause the recording first, and then yeah, get back. Also after they start. Oh, thank you. Okay, it scared me. Okay, I can feel that how facility looks like. But yeah, like I saw you have down for some question regarding like all of the things here. So I will share what other question people having, and also tag some mine, and also like what other context we have in ISIS for current state. So you can clearly know how is the progress right now, and also my opinion, but I will update the rest there soon. And if other regional managers also have some update, you can still keep on checking this answer sheet. So in the following days of the RFS, we also follow on these like the question sheet. You can know all the things there. So yeah, based on Ellie, so what can Ellie about like the from Australia, talking about not many entities will focus on EWA as well. How does it impact through the EWA check under giving the empowering youth leaders in more toward ALDs? So like the 2 things. So like empower more youth leaders, we have separated into 2 contexts. So like the regarding EWA is still remain the same. Like what are the, you can see like the metrics here, right? Empower youth leader is more about like the LPS. It means that leadership promotion rate, the score, and also response rate. So basically like all the contests we are having will separate. EWA still EWA, ELD still ELD. But like the regarding EWA, right? Right now we have more clear framework. It's more about youth foreign. Local volunteer will be temporary, like the close, because like we don't run exchange. So we don't have exchange. So based on like the principle from local volunteer is like we need to have the exchange participant to be joined into the local volunteer program together. So that's the reason why it's temporarily closed. The Helpful Future is another new framework. If you have no idea, just check out AI website and fan page. I think in the following RFS, you can get more clear context about it. But yeah, these are the things we're having about EWA. So EWA have more clear context. But like the ELD, the things we will have more innovation through the ELD program. That's also like the entities planning right now. So yeah, thank you, Caroline. So yes, UCP Forum will have new business model update, but still can remain to use the framework and business model we are using right now. But we have the refreshment like the from UCP Forum in the June, have a further more detailed context. Thank you, my lovely Fussy team. Good to have all of you. So yeah, so based on your question is like the like how we can make sure like the EWA can more tourists to ELD, right? So make sure all the contacts like the framework we're providing right now. And right now, since the ELD will have the membership program, so it also can connect you to membership. Even though like exchange is not like the positive way, we can empower more people to join because it's like the unrealistic in current context. But we can empower more youth to join, be part of ISACers, or even like to take like the GT program. That's the current context we can get. So I think the logic will be different. Like the way we connect from EWA to ELD, the detailed program we provide to use, and also the way we are doing it will be more different. But I think in the following days, we will have more context about TN because we have clear framework about membership product right now. So I think we'll officially can start have a starting point to launch more detail about the membership program and also how EWA can connect into there. So yeah, that's the first question I will have. How will active members define? Oh, if you still didn't clear out the question, you can raise your hand. I will point you out. But if no, I will keep like the reply in there. But we have not much time, but still have like the lots of things to go. So I will try to reply every question there. So how will active members will be defined of number of active members? So yeah, this is a good question. So like the active member, it means like the how much engagement and also like the performing they will have. So it more like the will be rely on like the activities they join, and also like the things they're receiving right now, or even they will still stay in ISAC. So that's another point. So like if the turnover rate and also like the touch point they were having are also the measures about the active members. Because for example, active members, the definition will all behind like activity engagement and also the performing, right? And since we like the GT and also EWA still have a performing, so like these are the measures we're going to look into. And Rose from Cambodia, the current context facing with pandemic, how can operation people help fulfill ISO 21 version statement? So yeah, for current context, right? I think especially GV still have lots of uncertainty, but at least if you choose to GV people, most of things are safety protocols and also what are the alternative ways we are going to run. So maybe you can talk to your entity about if you can still remain the EWA and also to check about like the just a statement that GV will temporarily close till the next year, like the April. So it means like we will not encourage the people to do physical exchange for GV in current situation. So way forward, it will be more about how we can keep the safety protocols and also all like the safety, like the procedures in GV, and also to empower more EWA at the moment. So these are things we can still encourage, but still GT and EWA program still can operate in the ISA. And also we're going to define new, more and more new, like the way we are running for ISA exchange product. So we'll be redefined on it. So I think IC you can have more like the detailed context because right now we have piloting about new ELD program. So this is the progress we're having right now. So for India, given the ELD product have the backseat and that we need to prioritize the EWA for the next few years, how we efficiently to put forward the EWA message without losing the instance and exchange product. Just like the disclaimer, like all based on answers. The reason why I opened the context in the beginning about the in-yang concept and answers and progress, because all the things we need to get back to leadership. So think about what our EWA can develop through a leadership context and how these leadership contexts can connect to ELD, and also how these leadership contexts we can put a competency into the youth. That's the reason why we have a new program called Head of a Future, because that's another alternative ways we are also running for it and also looking forward if these can still develop youth leadership in your entity based on current situation. So yeah, still EWA can have lots of things in discovery, but don't forget what are the contexts and what are leadership development we need to put on the youth. So I think the GCP space can also learn from other entities how they work on EWA. Just clarification, EWA is still open for everyone to have like the clarification and also like to, you know, to discover more opportunities there. So it's not like the restriction, but it's also open for it, but just follow on the EWA guideline. Yeah, Justin have a good question. I will reply a context later, but like this is a very good question. How do we measure MPS of partner? Like the RR means response rate. It means that if we send 100 survey to partners, right? Maybe you can get 50 surveys back. So this is called response rate. But yeah, MPS and response rate still discovery. So we will make sure to launch on YLP and POP. So like to make sure all the services there. But I think like I think we're definitely launching. I still have the furthermore details in platform context. But I think in current context, right? Like if you think about this is also aligned to the entity purpose, you can think about how we can achieve through entity start with your survey. So yeah, since we have 15 minutes left, I think I still have some question drop out here. So I will reply some question back here, but I think, yeah, because time is limited, I will reply it during your discussion time. But I think it's more about how you discovering with your team, right? So, oh, not bad. You are still here. So these are the questions I want to ask to all of you. So still have any doubts with your question and also how will this impact to my entity? So I think more detailed context is more about how can these like the IC25 context can bring back to your entity. So later on, I will bring open the breakout. So you'll open the breakout by entity base. But I know some of the entity you only have 1 or 2 representative here, right? So later on, my lovely CC ABN will open the breakout. So we have each entity name, and also there's the breakout call. I'm lonely to talk IC 2025. So if you're lonely, you can join that breakout. You can have more people and more like friends to talk about IC 25 together. So you won't feel lonely. So you can also talk about how these things will impact your entity. So yeah, ABN, I need your support to open a breakout. So the rest of the question, I will type it during your discussion space. I will look into a free time and join there. But I think right now you can join the breakout and also to, like to join the discussion space together. If you feel like you're lonely, you can join the lonely space. See you in 10 minutes. ABN, can you screenshot this question to, are you in the delegation group? No, right? Okay, no worry, I will text. Yeah, okay, recording in progress. I will start to get used to this lady for the following 5 days. So welcome people back. So the top 25 people can get into the seat. So yes, and then we can point people to share. Wait, ABN, don't allocate everyone here. I will see who would like to share. I'll put them into the seat and like a share in front of everyone. So yeah, I just want to ask that how is like the entity sharing or like the lonely group sharing, and then you can get to know more new people there. I just want to know how's your sharing and also any things you would like to share with everyone. So you can raise your hand. There's a function is raising hand and we can point you out. And we can also put into front of the seat and you can share to everyone. Who would like to share? Let me know. Silence, always. Any conversation you have in your entity?
Someone raised their hand.
Oh, let me check who's here. Amazing. So you'll be Shazab from Pakistan, right?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So hi everyone. The kind of sharing that I had, I was, of the thinking that the ISAC 2025 vision is very thorough and very brief, and it's kind of a very unorthodox thing to imagine in a network like ISAC right now, and it's very, very intelligently crafted. But at the same time, I feel like even in the network that we have right now, the international network that we have, we can divide the network into 2 categories. ISAC is thriving differently in developed countries, and ISAC is thriving very differently in developing countries. So to make the ISAC way or the vision of ISAC 2025 relevant in the developing countries, that is very, very important, because the realities and the ecosystem in which ISAC is operating in those countries is quite different. So I think the ISAC 2025 vision is all inclusive, but at the same time to develop leaders, to have purposeful partnerships and purposeful collaborations, we need to understand and we need to basically upscale our efforts in order to equip ISAC network in developing countries to perform on the same level as the other countries are doing, because in ISAC we do live according to the diverse rules, but at the same time we need to celebrate diversity by embracing the circumstances everyone is thriving in. So yeah, let's be all inclusive and let's implement ISAC 2025 in its true essence.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, I think I also agree with some points, especially for like the right now, like the vaccine or like the treatment right now is really competitive. And compared to developing country and developed country, like all the situation is getting more tough and also getting more crucial. But I think the way we need to discover is more about how we can find purpose of partnership and also all the things still relevant to current context and the leader want to build up, especially like virtual management is a trend. So what are things we can still develop leadership in the current context? Good job. Thank you. And I am still empower one more people to share. And I'll close the context. Oh, Caroline mentioned there is the big group in Malaysia. So Malaysia, who wants to go? I think you have really more like the powerful conversation, right? Someone from Malaysia want to go? Hey, there's no Malaysia people here. Tricky. I thought there's a
I
lot of.
think I can go.
Sure.
Yes. Yep. Hi everyone. My name is Jalik, and I'm current MCVP elect for TM and OD. So for our entities, right, we actually discuss about our concerns to more towards like, because we are just onboarded. I think we didn't even have onboard yet because it's just a very fresh for us, and some of us are also potential. And what we discussed was the feasibilities and the measurements of each KPIs of each focuses, and how we can actually downscale it to our LCs. Yep, I think that's all I can share.
Thank you so much, Alex. So yeah, I think if you still have any confusion, right? Like I'll keep update daily. Like I'll check this spreadsheet so to see how it works. Because I think I also see some really interesting question about the way we are thinking. Because in the past, the way we are thinking, also the current way we are thinking, the key measure or focus are different. So maybe you'll also feel confused, or even it'll be fluffy about like all the contests what we have in ISO 255. But no worry, like still keep in mind, these are the ambitious we want to build out and these organization and want to connect it and also to achieve it. That's the reason why we're here. So yeah, I will close the space and also to share my final words here. So welcome back and to see what's the finding. And just let you know how does the progress look like, because so many people is asking about this question, like how everything is going and also like how we can do refreshment every time. So all the things were from preparation, from AI to data analysis and summary preparation. And then we'll onboarding for the global structure. It means regional office and AI. We'll do all the things with the research together and also like input collection from MC planning and consolidation, all of things from AI and RO planning. And then we will do voting before IC and launching IC and TLC. So this is a cycle look like. So every time we need to do refreshment, all the things we need to do. Also, the steering team constituted from the MCPs from each region will have 4 MCPs to be part of the steering team. We'll also bring the context and also the insight about how we can move forward the IC 2025. So these are the cycle we're working as the whole organization to keep redefining. So maybe you'll feel like, is this still relevant, the current context, and also all the things will step up. So this is a mechanism we also support to make sure all the context is still relevant to the current context. So yeah, if you want to, like get more input or insight from it, apply for MCP in the future for sure. That's a good point. Advertisement time. But so yeah, final I want to share with all of you is like this is story like from IC in India. So when I was MCP representative of IC in Taiwan at the moment, we really have a fun time in Global Village. So this is we present a bit of a photo there. And also at the moment we set out a dreaming process about how IC 2025 can bring forward and also to achieve together. So this is also we do the dreaming process there. And I feel really powerful because like all the contents and all the dreams were built out and also aligned together is really purposeful. And the thing is getting to APIs in Cambodia at the moment. I really love a place like the Cambodia. So this is how the entity bring the impact there. At the moment, we sit down and also to talk to AI and our regional office members. We're talking about what is still the valuable point in Isaac. What is the thing we still need to stand for Isaac? Because at the moment we just realize something is missing from this organization. We just keep, like creating amazing spreadsheet to let people fill in. But I think this is the culture we don't want to embrace and also envision in the future. Although the sheet is important, right? It's the model or the framework to help you to build out the thinking logic, but it's more about conversation, more about what can we build out and achieve together. So how to reduce suppression and also to think about what are more relevant contexts we can bring forward to the entity to build up more leaders, not just the followers there. So yeah, that's all the context we have, but just final context we want to talk to you. We all have a role to play. So we are starting a new generation in 2022. I also want to embrace you and also to work on you to be part of this generation, to embrace ISO 2025 moving forward. And also keeping the curiosity, keep the question there, because all of the question can also feel free. You also have some session with AI members. You can also ask them directly. I also update the sheet by daily, but just keep more clarity. And then you will realize how is the purpose behind of it. If you still want to have a talk, you can also tag me in the Telegram message. You can also have some conversation about it, about what you're thinking about ISO 2025, and also how I can bring all things moving forward. So yeah, that's all of the final sharing. Want to embrace you to have this conversation and opening for day one. So thank you everyone. That's all of the session here. So we are having some moving forward to next session. I think I will take over to Fatih. Fatih, you're here. So yeah, I think we can have some small break time to get into the next session. So next session, I think will be on time. So how is Asia Pacific doing? So yeah, so let me check. It's another meeting link. Yes, it's another meeting link. So people, you can drop out this meeting link, and also you can go into the next link and also to see what's the next session there. Thank you, everyone.